Haesteinn, the great adventurer, the mighty man. Among the CK3 player base, where has he not been? He's been to China, he's been to India, he's been to Africa and France, of course. But I am quite sure not many people send Haesteinn to become Latvian. A scary concept, I know. But that's exactly what I am plotting today. I will go and I will turn Haesteinn, whatever you call him, into the great cool guy in charge of none else but Livonia. Yes, indeed. You are just as amazed as I am. And it seems our diplomatic range is, how do I put it, lacking. So we have to do a hop from Szczecin. Maybe do a Varangian adventure to Szczecin even. Maybe, just an idea. And then we'll use it as a jumping point into the mighty Duchy of Curonia, and from there we'll form Livonia. Amazing, yes it is. But firstly we must take this piece of Poland, a little piece of Poland, a little piece of France, as they say. And immediately the Norse and the Gaels have hybridized by Mr. Ivar himself. And let's go kill these Polish dudes. Yeah, they have been killed for sure. But that's what they get for being in the way of Mr. Haesteinn. And boom, I won. I can even ask for money for his son. Epic, epic. And now I enforce my demands. And boom, I have moved up in the world allegedly. I am the guy in Pomerania. But not for long, my friends. I need to become the guy in Curonia, and that's going to, well, cost a little bit. So, you know, not great. I think we'll ally the Poles, but are we sure? No. We will do this as Haesteinn and Haesteinn, whatever, alone. This little bit of the playthrough will be fast forwarded due to the insane level of embarrassingness it contains. You'll see for yourself, I fumbled it quite greatly. Seeing how the events unfolded in real time would be so scary it would end my career whatsoever. Essentially, as you might see right now, it's a lot of lost battles and a lot of mercenaries. Yeah. And in fact, the evil king of France even tried to kill me, typical of the French people. Okay, this time we managed to ambush the joint Latvo-Lithuanian army. This was the most embarrassing war I ever had in the history of CK3. Okay, let's raise a conquest runestone and let's embrace the local traditions. And as we are not Courland, we are Curonia, and we are going to form the Terra Mariana. The Terra Mariana is essential for our plans. We need Latgalia, Livonia, and maybe Estonia. which will be rather easy. Okay, I need to sort out my situation. As you see, the situation is pretty bad. Some disbelievers might claim. But don't listen to them. Let's give away selfies to some faithful fellow Latvian. Why does he hate me? Understandable. But you'll be my diplomat. And now it's time to begin the invasions of this and that. For example, this guy will be invaded. Okay, damn. I should watch it more closely who I invade and who I do not. This is, I must admit, this is cancer gameplay from me. Absolute cancer gameplay. Let's recruit some knights because everybody kinda died in the operations, so to say. In the quote-unquote operations. You don't see it, but I'm making the quote signs right now. But this is my greatest disaster yet. Let's give away Jessica. Up. Did you see that? They attacked me while I was unprepared and I still won it. As they say, Ang still got it. Ang still got it. Okay. It's time to... Don't worry guys, the conquest spree will probably end relatively soon when I subjugate this guy and epic things happen. I need to just save the game before that to protect myself from the case that this guy manages to form Estonian, so while subjugating him I accidentally become the Kingdom of Estonia, which, to be honest, nobody wants to be Estonia. Okay, they pulled a very literally me move and just jumped onto my army. Absolute hype and aura moment for me. I am so good in my everything that I just... Trust me, I convinced them to land on me. Okay, so the situation is, as you may see, very good. We did the Haesteinn thing. Now time to do another Haesteinn thing and conquer this place, of course. And after that we'll have a deadly independence faction. Okay, they are getting ready to send an ultimatum. However, the ultimatum will be sent less fast than Okay, the King of France has passed away. Awesome action, okay. And I won against these guys, and you know what that means? You don't know, but I completely control the entire Livonia region in about 9 years as evil Latvian Haesteinn. What does that mean? That means I can just hit the button and become the lord of all the balls. The annoying coronation event triggers, and now I am the king of Livonia. The balls have for centuries lacked a kingdom for their own people, while Vikinger, that's me, they're talking about me, ravaged our coastal villages. Our? I wouldn't say so. And foreign missionaries from far-off lands named us primitive and untamed. But no more. The disparate Baltic people now kneel together before the crown of Livonia. With my coronation as king, I shall usher in a golden age, not merely for Latgalian people, but for all Balts lining the shoreline. I hold the fate of Balts in my hands, and with the foundation of this kingdom, I shall usher in a new golden age of faith and glory under Dievas. And my legacy shall outlast my lifetime. I am Haesteinn, I am the father of the Baltic, and I am setting up my very cool court with my very cool Viking high Pandora symbols. As the events of the very start of my reign unfold at high speed in the background, well, they were mostly small realm management, I will consider what this means for the Baltic world as a whole. Well, my Baltic beliefs have triumphed over all of Estonia and kicked out the Ukonuskos of the coastal region of everywhere except Finland, and well, maybe a quote-unquote liberation on Finland may be incoming in terms of our Viking business. And well, I am pretty solidified here, and that means, well, a lot of cool things coming next episode, which are: we have Haesteinn, who has become a father of the Baltic at the young age of 63, when he's still very excellently healthy. He has 31 martial, he's a bit scary, and he's basically a very cool guy. Now, the road into Prussia, into Samogitia, into Lithuania, into a little bit of Poland is open, and basically Haesteinn is ready to become the Emperor of the Baltic. But that is for the next video. Please like, share, subscribe for Latvian Haesteinn to continue.